I've been making bikes for about 7 years and full-time for about 5. It just started out me making my own bike. I just liked horse, something you ride around and have an affinity for, gives you freedom of movement. I made some bikes for some friends, and then people started contacting me to make custom bikes. This is a bottom bracket shell. I'm basically just prepping the metal by abrading it, cleaning it, and putting it in the jig so the welding surface is clean. There's no contamination. This is a down tube. So basically I'm just cleaning up the cuts after it's been on the machine, getting everything just really tight. The tighter the fit, the stiffer the bike. The welding is pretty precise, so everything's got to be dust-free, super clean. These tubes are true temper tubes. They're specifically drawn for bicycle tubing, so the wall thicknesses are actually thicker at the ends where the joints are. And then there's an internal taper on the inside of the tube just to maximize like the weight to strength ratio. I'm not making wacky futuristic bikes. I'm making bikes that are purposeful, utilitarian, whether they're racing bikes or urban bikes. My goal is to put riders on bikes that fit them so they want to ride all the time. This is where I frame the bike up. I didn't really know how to weld in the way in which I'm welding now, so there are a lot of different welding techniques. I was using a pretty primitive MIG welding. Now I'm doing TIG welding and oxyacetylene gas welding. Yeah, machining is super fun. Making tools, forming metal, and manipulating that is something I never really knew how to do or couldn't conceptualize. So this is flux. It promotes adhesion and cleanliness of the weld, flow of the filler material, which here is brass. There's electronic welding and there's gas welding, so I'm going to be using a combination of oxygen and acetylene. It's a nicer looking weld. For these slotted dropouts, this is just the kind of welding I do. This is a motorized bicycle I made over the past couple months, just like a fun project outside of making bikes all the time. It does about 40 miles per hour, basically like an old school cruiser with a motor on it, but it's super fun. I want people to get what I get, which is that feeling of freedom from the bikes. I want people to love the bikes they're on, love the ride of the bike, and something that they feel that they'll have forever that's specifically made for them.